be talking all about the bucket list items, but first I want to tell you about one thing that I got to check off my list. I was asked to be part of the torch relay for the Pan Am Games. Take a look.
Felt so cool. I was thinking, I wonder if this is how Kim Kardashian and Kanye feel. There's literally like an entourage behind you. They're screaming at people to like move away. They're like, come on, keep it going, move forward. There's cameras everywhere. You can feel the tradition and the history of it, and there is actually a good amount of heft in that torch.
Experience. It's funny because when I got asked to do it, I thought, oh, that'll be really cool. And then once you're there and you hear all the protocol, and they're literally telling you, don't sprint, make sure you take your time. You're running with police officers on either side of you, yelling, keep it going! Like, oh my gosh. You start to realize the relevance of everything. And I just think we don't take a lot of opportunities here in Canada to brag. And it's really nice when we can all rally around something like sportsmanship and athleticism and just feel proud to be Canadian. And that's what I absolutely loved about it. So I want to throw it out to you guys. In terms of bucket list, things you really want to do in this lifetime, what would you say, Jace, is on the list?
I'm boring, but I mean, I'm just a travel nut, right? I mean, I've been to 22 countries in my life.
Oh,
like
Meg
and I, we love to travel.
Yeah.
And you know, I have 22 countries by the time I'm 44, so I figure I got to get a little faster, but I'd like to probably get like maybe another 35 before, I mean, be up to 35 by the time I'm 50.
That is awesome.
You know,
I don't think that's boring at all. I'm kind of boring in the sense that I don't usually, these opportunities come my way and I embrace them, but I don't necessarily have that list. But I think traveling is one of the most important things.
It really is. And Meg's always pushed me on this because it's like every spring we take 2 or 3 weeks and we'll go, and it's like we'll hit 2 or 3 countries and it's not relaxing, it's busy, but you walk away from it just in awe of how amazing the world is, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you learn, right? You learn how other cultures live, and it really enriches your life. All right, Frankie, bucket list.
I would have to agree. Travel's on the top of my bucket list. I've done many things, but I would love to go to England. Never been to England.
Oh, nice.
I've actually never been to Ireland as well. But this year I got to do one of the items on my bucket list, which there was an entertainer who I really wanted to see. And that entertainer was, on my birthday, my wife took me to see Stevie Wonder. And that was one. That is one. And the next one, which I haven't had the opportunity to see yet, would be Prince.
I was going to say Prince should be on your list.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing. So tell me more about the Stevie Wonder concert.
It was amazing. It was an amazing concert. He's an amazing entertainer. I think he's so talented on so many levels. Yeah. And he's an inspirational person, and it's music that I grew up. You know, I was born in 1972, so Stevie all through my life was a big part of it. And you know, my family used to play that "You Are My Sunshine," so yeah, so it was great. It was amazing, and that's something that you have to do. Sometimes it's not about a travel; it's not a big thing. It's just going to see somebody that you always wanted to listen to.
Absolutely, and Stevie Wonder. I mean, he is at the top. He's at the top of my list too. I think he's phenomenal. Okay, Randy, bucket list, baby.
Okay, this is maybe I'm the boring one because I didn't really have a bucket list.
Yeah,
you know,
that's okay.
That means you have a complete life.
No, I feel like I still have things to do. And listen, I love the traveling. And I was talking to my wife about this last night. She's like, "Well, don't you want a nice car?" And I was like, "I kind of wanted a Volvo station wagon for a while, and I had one, and I realized it was an old man car, so I got rid of it." It's like, you know, as a kid, I always wanted to do. I wanted to be a cook on David Letterman's show.
Oh, cool.
Which I think I'm not going to really get to. But you know, I figure when I got to cook here on Cityline with you, Tracy, like that's good enough to cross it off. Just as good, right?
That is
All of a sudden, that one's gone.
Well, Frankie and I are going to be facing some major fears. We're part of the Fearless Challenge. Go to fearlesschallenge.com for more information on it, but it's all about raising money for the Canadian Cancer Society. So I'm afraid of everything height related. I'm afraid of the idea of jumping out of anything that might be moving. So I'm going to go to a flight simulator and see how that feels, and you are going to.
Well, yeah, so originally I was going to do skydiving, but my kids are dead against it. They're very upset. So what I'm going to be doing now is just being shot out of some bungee thing.
Oh, that's so much safer.
That's so
just so fearlesschallenge.com for more information. You can help by donating for Frankie.